Familiarity breeds contempt. We've all heard the statement. Maybe we've said it from time to time. But what does it mean? Familiarity breeds contempt. You know, it means when you're around someone, something, or a situation long enough, it's quite possible that you could lose your respect, your honor, that place of integrity, the awesomeness of something, and you could even begin to gain some contempt for it and begin to look at something differently. If we go back 70s and 80s maybe, there was an old saying, "Jesus is my bag." And you'd see it on bumper stickers. You move up into the 90s to 2000s and you remember people saying, "Hey, Jesus is my homeboy." And all of these were meant to somehow mean that me and Jesus are close or he's got my back. But you know what? If you look at the root of those things, they'd become so familiar with Jesus that he became their bag or their homeboy. Well, let me tell you something. I don't want Jesus to be my bag or my homeboy. I want Jesus to be my Lord and Savior, the maker of heaven and earth that sits on a throne in heaven. And it's easy for us to head in that direction if we're not careful. It's easy for us to just make Jesus part of the program when Jesus needs to be the center of the program. So my challenge to you this week is ask yourself this question. Have I become so familiar with Jesus? Listen to me, not close, not passionate, not intimate, but have I become so familiar with Jesus that he's just kind of like part of the program now? That's a dangerous place. You know, in Revelations, as he speaks to the churches, he says you left your first love. Listen to what he said. He didn't say you left your love. He said you left your first love. In other words, you love me, but it's a lesser degree. It's third on the list. I'm in the mix. I'm part of the program. But Jesus, God in the flesh, always spoke and said, I need to be number one. So this week, my challenge to you is this. Go back to the place where God was awesome in your life. When he spoke, you responded. You yearned to hear his voice in your life. You yearned to feel the presence of God. You were waiting to meet him when you spoke to him in prayer. You opened his word and you waited for him to talk to you. Go back to that place. He's not my bag. He's not my homeboy. He's my Lord and my Savior. And without him, I can do nothing. But through him, I am more than a conqueror. So go back to that place today and put the awesomeness back in your God. Have a dynamic week. We'll see you Sunday.